The world and people outside of you are always going to have something to say. They're always thinking, and they're going to be choosing what they believe from what they see. But guess what? They're not you. The more you can be with yourself, the more you're going to understand yourself to not need the approval of others. Speak to yourself with power. You matter. You're worthy. You're more than enough. You don't need validation, and you're not looking for approval, because you are the approval. I want you to love yourself unconditionally, and I want you to show up for yourself no matter what's happening in your world, because guess what? If you still need people to validate you, you're going to keep abandoning yourself. And the thing is, most people don't even realize they're doing this. Let me give you 3 ways to build real self-worth where you can count on yourself and not the validation of others. And if you want to know more about the most important thing you need to build your self-worth, stay longer, because I have the medicine for you today. Hey, I'm Eric Bigger, spiritual fitness expert, personal development coach, and I teach people how to tap into their higher consciousness, to move into their heart, to feel life through their body, mind, and soul. And today, I'm going to show you how keeping promises, putting yourself first, and loving yourself through all of challenges and changes to build your self-worth. So, number 1, first thing to build real self-worth is keeping promises to yourself. Yes, keeping promises to yourself. So, for instance, today, I woke up 6 a.m. I had a client at 7 a.m. I promised myself I'm going to go to the gym, lift weights. I'm going to go run 2 miles. I'm going to get my car washed. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to meditate, do some breath work, and I'm going to shoot content, right? So I did all of those things. And the process of that, getting it done, preparing for my content, those things allow me to have momentum in my day, to have momentum in my life, for my body, my nervous system to feel confident, to feel that I respect myself. I did what I said I was going to do, and I followed through. So, the number one thing to build your self worth, what promises do you have that you're not keeping to yourself? Because that's the only way and the most important way to build that self-confidence, to build that self-worth, to have that certainty in self and not depend on the validations of others. So you must keep your promises to yourself. Last night, I had a call to be on. I had content to create for another container I'm in. And I could have just not did it, but I did it. And when I went to bed last night, I felt good. So what am I saying? I'm saying the little small wins add up to big wins and allow you to trust yourself, to have self-respect, to create boundaries, to get things done that's going to benefit you, to build your self-worth. Also, this is a fun fact, a quick tip you can use. Put your phone on do not disturb when you're creating content, when you're taking calls, or you just want to focus on yourself, especially if you're a giver like me, or you're always looking to serve people before you serve yourself. Number 2, sit with yourself. Stop escaping yourself. Every morning when I get up for 30 minutes, I sit in silent meditation, and I sit with myself to understand what's trying to come through me, what thoughts, perceptions, wisdom I need to know, I need to receive. You have to be able to be with yourself, because if you can be with yourself over time, you won't be looking for others to be with you when you're lonely or you're by yourself. I'm okay being alone. I'm okay being by myself, but also it's a choice, because I can sit with me and love myself and not do anything and be okay. A lot of us are always projecting or thinking about someone else. And look, the world has programmed us to compare, to look and think about another person before ourselves. I mean, we know how much athletes get paid. We know the dramas of the celebrities. We know what's happening in different countries and cities, but we're not focused on ourselves enough because we're distracted. because we're not sitting with ourselves. So, number two, sit with yourself. And I'm going to recommend that you choose 10, 15, or 30 minutes in silence with yourself. Go to the park, sit and look at the trees. Even if you just in your living room and as you get up, have some coffee. I want you to intentionally make time to sit with yourself because the more you can be with yourself, the more you're going to understand yourself to not need the approval of others. Because we have to stop asking the world what they think and we have to start deciding and knowing and trusting what we think and what we believe. Because guess what? The world and people outside of you are always going to have something to say. They're always thinking and they're going to be choosing what they believe from what they see. But guess what? They're not you. People go off what they see and not what they know. Only you know what you've been through, what you're growing through, and what you're going into. All right. So stop escaping yourself, sit with yourself. And I'm going to recommend 15 to 20, 30 minutes to be by yourself in silence and connect with that part. And here's the thing, the shadow part of that, you might feel uncomfortable. You might have thoughts you don't want to think. I get that, but you have to put in time with yourself so you can feel safe, not dependent on others. Number three, speak to yourself with power every night before bed. I use this affirmation every day in every way. I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. I also say, I love myself. I love myself. I'm phenomenal. I'm powerful. I'm abundant. I love myself unconditionally. I trust myself. I listen to my intuition. I trust my discernment. All these things, these affirmations, you speak in life into your life. You're speaking to the cells of your body. So speak to yourself with power, conviction. You matter. You're worthy. You're more than enough. You're wonderful. But I need you to receive it, believe it, and know it, and to own it. Because what we give ourselves, the world will give us in return. But if we're not giving ourselves love, um, um, grace, compassion, um, in peace, we can't expect that outside of ourselves. The world is our mirror. So what mirror are you looking at every day when you're showing up for yourself? And stop thinking that you're not enough because you don't have the followers. You might not have the car, the job, the relationship, the partner. Those things don't define you. You're defining those things based on what they mean to you. You're giving those things meaning. You are more than enough. You're everything and then some without any of it. But you have to own that. And that's why you must keep your promises to yourself, sit with yourself, and speak power over your life. Okay. These three things will build your self worth, right? Consistency, consistency, be consistent. Be consistent and pouring into yourself, keeping your promises, speaking power over your life, not abandoning yourself. We got to stop abandoning ourselves. There's people that have been in relationships and they've been people pleasers the whole time because they're so afraid to disappoint people. No, you need to disappoint people to put yourself first. Learn to say no. No is saying yes to yourself. The more you say yes to yourself, the more the world say yes to you. And let's talk about parents or people or CEOs who have business, who have employees. You know when you get up, the phone is gonna be ringing, text message is gonna be coming through, emails. I mean, I get it all the time. I post content on social media and it's scheduled. Soon as people see it's up, they think I'm awoke. My phone's ringing off the hook, my DM's going off, and I realize people don't even know that's scheduled. So guess what? Because I'm so sensitive and I can feel all those things coming through my aura field, my nervous system. That's why I get up every day at 4 a.m. Every day at 4 a.m. Between 4 a.m. and 4:30, I'm up and I'm sitting in silence for 30 minutes to connect to self, to connect to higher power, to connect to the creator, the God within, to work on my spiritual currency, to be spiritual fit. And when you love yourself and you build your self worth, that soul that you have becomes stronger. You become wiser. You start to trust what you know. You start to trust what you feel, and you don't need validation and you're not looking for approval because you are the approval. right? And God is your coach. So, people, 3 ways to build your self-worth. Number 1, keep your promises. Number 2, sit with yourself. Sit in silence, right? Sit with yourself. Stop escaping. Get to know yourself on a deeper level, even the parts you don't like. And 3, speak power over your life. Speak to yourself nicely. Speak to yourself kindly. And hold yourself to a higher standard. I'll also say, if you really want to build your self-worth, build a self-worth contract agreement and commit to it and give it a price and say, I'm going to make sure I put myself first, make myself a priority. And in 6 months, I'm going to be able to make, 100,000. Make it up, but it's going to force you unconsciously and give you the willingness to show up for yourself. When you look at that contract, you sign it and you look at it every night and every morning to start your day. So that's all. That's it. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the link, subscribe to the YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Eric Bigger. Also, get the link to my school community where I have so many more assets that you can benefit from. But I want you to build your self-worth. I want you to make yourself a priority. I want you to love yourself unconditionally. And I want you to show up for yourself no matter what's happening in your world. Because guess what? No one can be you more than you. That's all. That's it. I see you guys soon. Subscribe to the channel. Be great. Peace and love.